everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to our December reset. I am in my feels, you guys, because this is the last reset of 2025. I seriously can't believe it, and just turning on the camera and saying this is having me feel so sentimental because another year has gone by, another year that we have seriously conquered together. When I sit back and think about how long I've been making YouTube videos, how long I've been making money videos and doing these monthly resets, it seriously blows my mind. And yeah, I don't know, there's just something very sentimental about closing out another year together. It feels kind of like the closing of a chapter. And I know another one begins the very next day. It just has me reflecting is all. I guess I just want to start out this video by saying thank you so much for being here. And if this is the first time you find my channel, welcome. I would actually love for you guys to comment when you found my channel, like if it was in 2025, in 2024, maybe all the way back 2022. And if you remember what video it was that like brought you to my channel or that made you subscribe, I would love to know this information. I'm actually so curious. If you haven't subscribed yet, I seriously don't know what you're waiting for. Welcome to the family, you guys. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to start out so sentimental, but here we are. So we've got my big book here, you guys, which means we are going to be getting productive. We are going to be setting some goals. Of course, we're going to be talking about money today, but seeing as this is the last reset of the year, and also just given what I feel like I personally need and what I want to do for my monthly reset, I wanted to do a little bit of like a December extravaganza, really welcoming in the holiday season, getting our life in order, setting some goals, and of course, doing our budgeting for the last month of the year. This is so crazy. Something that I am really trying to embrace this December, and what I was trying to do in November as well, is not allowing myself to kind of let go and slack off before 2026. I feel like a lot of times as the year wraps up, we will kind of let go of our goals, we maybe let go of our budgeting, and we tell ourselves, oh, I'll start next year. It's kind of like the Friday effect of when you're like, oh, I'll start on Monday. So what I really wanted to do was maintain my focus, maintain my dedication and my consistency throughout November. And I especially want to do that in December as well. Of course, while also balancing the fun and the busyness and sometimes the drama of the holidays. So we're going to be covering all of that today. I will also be sharing with you guys my Christmas budget, what I am budgeting for Christmas gifts and Christmas outings. So this video is going to be packed. I will put timestamps along the, I don't know, whatever that is, like the time bar at the bottom of the video. So if there's certain areas that you do or don't care about, you can jump around. And if you're here to be cozy, if you're here to hang out, then I love that so much. Let's get into this video, you guys. Speaking of cozy, you guys, that has been like my entire vibe lately. I am always wearing my new slippers. I feel like I just love dressing super cozy. Like for today, I've got this big knit cardigan on. I love setting the mood by lighting candles, and just really embracing this like cozy mindset has seriously allowed me to stay so much happier than I usually am this time of year, what with it getting dark earlier and cold. I've also just really been trying to embrace life at home with things like cooking and starting new TV shows, and just, I mean, how many times can I say cozy? But that is seriously like my vibe and my motto right now, and I love it. Like I wouldn't have it any other way. Speaking of all of that, I am so excited to be partnering with HelloFresh on today's video. I have been a paying customer of HelloFresh for many years, so it's really, really exciting and such a pinch me moment for me to be collaborating with them. I seriously feel like there's nothing cozier than a home cooked meal. But let's be real, you guys, doing the grocery shopping and planning a variety of meals, it can get overwhelming, especially this time of year where, I don't know about you, but work starts to get really busy and I've got this to-do list of things to finish before the end of the year. There's a lot more social events. The calendar really fills up towards the end of the year, but that doesn't mean that I want to give up on my healthy eating or my home cooked meals. So that is why I love HelloFresh. Basically, they do all the annoying work of coming up with a recipe and sourcing the ingredients. They deliver all of that directly to you, and then you get to do the fun and cozy part of cooking. I love the variety of meals, and I love that the ingredients come fresh. They're delivered right to my door. The meals are always fresh and delicious, and you know your cost up front, which for budgeting, we love. Not to mention, HelloFresh is so much cheaper than takeout. The other day, you guys, I had the best solo night in. I lit a few candles. I chose a HelloFresh meal. I put the TV on, and I had so much fun just cooking up a nice meal for myself while watching some reality TV in the background. I made these banh mi bowls that only took 20 minutes and they tasted so good. I love that it was a recipe that I probably never would have thought of myself, and I wouldn't have had all the ingredients to make. It was simple, fun, easy, wholesome, and most importantly, delicious. When you sign up for HelloFresh, there are endless options, including vegetarian, high protein, quick meals, and so much more. So if you guys want to try HelloFresh, you can get 50% off your first box plus free sides for life using my code. The code is just my name, Zoe Pritchard at hellofresh.ca, and this offer is for new and returning subscribers whose accounts have been canceled for more than 270 days. So sign up today, give it a try. If you've never tried it, you will be surprised by how much you love it, how simple it is. I can't say enough good things, you guys. And don't forget to use my code Zoe Pritchard at hellofresh.ca. So cool and exciting. Thank you so much, HelloFresh, for working with me on today's reset. Now, before we get into my personal goals, I wanted to share with you guys just a teeny little life update. I feel like I don't have, wait a second. I feel like I don't have that much that I want to say. And do you guys ever get this way where like you see a friend that you haven't seen in a while and they're like, oh, what's new? How are things? And you're like, literally everything is the same. Like I just feel like my life is so consistent, but that's not a bad thing. I'm really happy with the consistency. But anyways, if someone was to ask me what's new or like what am I excited about right now, this past weekend, I decided to treat myself and I finally am gonna live my dream of going to see the Nutcracker Ballet. I haven't been to see the Nutcracker since I was a little girl in Ottawa. Every single year I have thought to myself that I would love to go see the Nutcracker, but honestly, you guys, the tickets are so expensive. I just never got myself to like bite the bullet and put my money where my mouth is and buy tickets to go see the ballet. This year I was looking at the website and I was shocked at how expensive the tickets are. That being said, I also understand why they're expensive. It's a huge production. There's a ton of dancers. So I'm not saying it's like a ripoff or anything. I'm just saying I didn't have room in my budget for it in years past. This year I had a little conversation with myself and I was like, Zoe, this is something you've been wanting every single year for so many years. Instead of buying yourself something or buying yourself a new outfit, some material possession, why don't you treat yourself to this experience that you've been dreaming of for a very long time? So I bought 2 tickets to see the Nutcracker. I bought pretty good seats and I am so happy. Like I can genuinely say, I mean, I haven't even gone to see the show yet, but I think about it every day. Money well spent, money well spent. And I feel like maybe that's a side effect of getting older is just deciding you want to spend more on experiences. But I don't even know if that has to do with age. I feel like it might be more of a mentality or a personality thing because I know a lot of people my age who are very much experiences over things people, and I've always been the opposite. I've always been things over experiences. So I'm going to see the Nutcracker and I'm so excited. For anyone who doesn't know, I was like a ballerina growing up. I loved ballet and there was a period of my life where I thought I would want to become a professional dancer. Spoiler alert, I was not good enough. But now I'm a Pilates teacher, which feels somewhat full circle. Then you guys, I went a little crazy and I was so excited by my purchase of these tickets to go see the Nutcracker that I started looking up adult ballet classes. This is something that I kind of just assumed didn't exist. Like I figured that I had my days of ballet and I had my chance, and now that I'm almost 30 years old, like those days are past. But there are actually tons of adult ballet classes out there. So I signed up for one. It's a program that's going to start in the new year. It's like every week at the same time because there's there's places where you can just do like a drop-in, but I wanted something that I had to really commit to and that I had to basically where I could like go and be able to see progression, and there's kind of like a curriculum to follow. So I will be doing that in the new year. I'm so excited. Part of me feels like both going to see the Nutcracker and then especially signing up for these classes is kind of like, you know, when people say like, oh, I'm healing my inner child, going back to these activities and to these things that I loved so much when I was young, it does feel really exciting and it does feel really healing. And I just wonder what it's going to feel like when I start taking those ballet classes and when I put on a pair of ballet slippers for the first time in like 15 years. That's crazy. Okay, I've been talking so much at the beginning of this video. I'm just going to grab my notebook once again. I wanted to share with you guys, before we get into the decorating, I wanted to share with you guys some of my personal goals for December. So I have them written down here. My top 2 goals are to do with just like my bigger life goals, I guess, of like my identity and who do I want to be. Number 1 is training Maggie to get over her separation anxiety. It's been going well, but in the past few weeks, I've been slipping a little bit with my consistency. It's so crazy, you guys, because all it takes is 1 week where you're off your routine and you break your habit that you built, and it's like, oh my gosh, it feels like you have to start from 0 again. Not Maggie and not necessarily her training and the durations, but for me to remember that this is a priority and I have to fit it into my day. It's so crazy. So I'm really just trying to get back onto the consistency. Her training is like my number 1 priority. My number 2 priority is my physical health and just making time to work out, because I really feel like exercise is so important all the time, but especially this time of year. It's so easy, again, to just shut yourself inside. And I was just saying how much I love being cozy, and this doesn't negate that. But like, you can be cozy 23 hours out of the day, and it's like, maybe you can make time to just be active and get up and move and work out and walk for like 1 out of those 24 hours, you know? So I actually wanted to show you guys this. This is what I did in November. It kind of looks like crazy, but this is a blank calendar template. It's from Cloth and Paper. You could just find a blank template online and print it out if you have a printer, or go to Staples and print out a bunch of copies. If you guys watched my goal setting before New Year's video, one thing that I said was to pick one single goal and do one thing every day to bring you closer to that goal. I'm kind of cheating and I'm choosing 2, but basically what I did was I filled out for November, I filled out all of the dates of the month, so like a real calendar. And then every day I drew 2 check boxes. One for workout, so that's WO, and one for train Maggie, so that's TM. I wrote those down every single day, and every day that I did it, I would check off the box. And then at the bottom down here, I have a little tally so that at the end of the month, I can see how many times that I've done it. Now, we're not actually at the end. We're like towards the end of November as I'm filming this. I'm filming a little early because I'm going away. Like, I'll be out of town on the 1st. So I wanted to get ahead of my monthly reset. I'm not doing as well as I would like to be, but I love that I have this visual, because how many times have you said you want to do something, you don't really track your progression, and then maybe you feel like you're doing it really well and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so amazing. Like, I'm doing it so much. But maybe you're not doing as much as you think you are. Or more likely, it's the opposite, where you're like, ugh, I haven't done anything. I'm so lazy, blah, 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 like talking negatively to yourself. Here you have proof. Here you have actual numbers. The science don't lie of what you've done to get closer to your goal. So I'm gonna do this again for December. I have another blank template underneath. I'm gonna do the exact same thing. And I highly recommend this, you guys, as just like a habit tracker for whatever your goals are, okay? If it's drinking water, maybe you wanna do like 3 liters of water a day, you're gonna put it on your calendar. Maybe you wanna meditate every day. Maybe you wanna do gratitude every day. Maybe you wanna cook every day. Like, I don't care, whatever it is. I just think it's nice to like give yourself a pat on the back and reward yourself for your progression. So now we get to move on. Our next step is going to be just a little bit of light holiday decorating. We actually have to go to my storage locker for that, which is something that I don't love. You guys will see that momentarily, but I have a little bit of work to do on the computer before I go and start decorating. So it might be dark out by the time we do it. I'll see you guys there. Is that how you feel? Really? That's actually what you think? Well, tell us more. That's what JS always says whenever Maggie's like making sounds. He goes, well, tell us more, tell us more. It's the next day, guys. I just got back from the storage locker. Yesterday got away from me and I didn't end up doing any of the decorating. So we're gonna do it today. Ignore the mess like on my desk behind me. I should like just position myself to cover it. Ooh, perfect. So cute. Like, are you kidding me? Guys, Maggie, as I'm filming this, Maggie's birthday is in 2 days. It's in 2 days, your birthday. Or maybe it's tomorrow. I can never remember if her birthday is the 26th or the 27th. But she's about to be 5, which is crazy. Do you share a birthday with Heidi or do you not? I have to go through. I think you do. I think you're born on the 27th of November. So anyway, you guys, I woke up this morning feeling so anxious, like just, if you know, like sick, like that sick feeling in your stomach when you just feel like the anxiety is super physical. But I'm starting to feel better. I feel like getting out of the house, I treated myself to a little hot chocolate. It's not a real hot chocolate. She called it a cacao tea with like raw cacao and coconut milk and chilies. It's so good. It tastes like a healthy hot chocolate from this cafe called Pas de Problème. So yeah, I got that, and honestly, I just kind of told myself to get over it because I saw a video the other day of this girl talking about getting stressed out by blessings. And I think I mentioned this yesterday of just trying to avoid that feeling. Like basically when the things you wished for that are good things are kind of stressing you out. And lo and behold, I think that's just what was happening to me this morning. I was like, I have to decorate and I have to work and like, and just feeling pulled in a million different directions. But I had to just speak sternly to myself and be like, Zoe, to even have the ability to decorate your house midday on a Tuesday is an incredible privilege. So shut up and be happy. And now I feel better. I feel better. Sometimes you just gotta have a stern talking to with yourself. So I have all of my stuff here right next to me. I grabbed everything from the storage locker this morning. I was brave and I went by myself. I thought I would just do like a little unboxing, discovering the decor together, because I feel like every year I forget what I have. Right on top is this giant snowman. This guy is not my favorite, but JS loves him, so we will find a place for him. He's definitely cute and he's obviously very on theme. I just feel like he's not aesthetic, but it's fine. JS loves him, so we will keep him. He actually sings. I won't turn him on though, because once you start, he doesn't stop. Then I have this giant box. This was my advent calendar for last year from Lush, and I just kept the box to be, I kept the box to store. Oh yeah, okay, here's all of my ornaments. I have so many beautiful ornaments. Oh, I like, and the box smells like Lush. It smells so good. Last year, my stepmom went to France, and I'm forgetting the name of the town, but I believe it's like on the border with Germany. They have like a huge Christmas market, and she got me so many nice ornaments from there. So we have like this one. We have a bunch of beautiful hand painted ones, like this little penguin. Oh, so nice. Okay, so this will go for the tree. What else do we have here? Oh my gosh. You guys, I almost bought holiday hand towels because I forgot that we had these, but JS's grandma gifted us these last year. So I'll be able to put these out. Maybe we'll do, I feel like this is more bathroom, but I just put a new one in the bathroom. So maybe we'll save it, but this will go in the bathroom. And then these are perfect for the kitchen just to add like a little holiday touch. So that's so nice. Then, oh my gosh, this is my favorite. These stockings that I got last year from LL Bean. We have one for Jean, one, who's this? This is Maggie, so cute. And then one for me. So cute with the little fox. Oh my gosh, mine is my favorite. Yeah, you can get them embroidered directly with LL Bean, and they were a little pricey, but you're gonna have these for life. They're like such a nice needle point. I put them above the TV last year, and we had these little command hooks, which I'm hoping are in this box because I really want to put up the stockings today. If not, I'll go tomorrow and get some command hooks from like Canadian Tire or whatever. Oh, I think I used this as a Christmas tree topper last year. What is this? Oh, my nutcracker. Because I had a, that is so nice. Okay, so he will be going out. Oh, you're back. Welcome back. This I just put on the bathroom door handle. It's just for fun. I know, what are all these things? I've got like a random Santa hat. This giant lamb. Da, 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 da. I forget what I did with him last year, but I feel like I'm gonna put him on the floor over here. Oh no, he's broken. Yeah, he's a little crooked, but that's okay. And his little baby cousin, or maybe it's his baby, maybe it's not. Why is it his cousin? So that's pretty much it, you guys. I'm gonna just start with like the easy peasy decorations right now. I think I will wait to do the tree. The tree really takes a lot of time, so I feel like I'll wait until the evening when I'm a little bit more relaxed, but I'm just gonna get started. I will conglomerate all of the decorating B-roll, so I hope you enjoy it. And then on the other side of the decorating, I will see you guys tomorrow for the ultra important, long-awaited money chat. So let's get into decorating. I'm gonna finish up my hot chocolate, put on a little ambiance video. It's gonna be so nice. Okay, we're off to a very bad start. I just like peeled paint off the wall and I hung the thing too short. And now I'm afraid to hang up the other ones because I don't want to make further damage to the wall. But last year it didn't damage the wall and I don't know what I just did. Oh, okay, we're gonna have to wait for our man because, oh, I feel so bad. Like it literally peeled the paint off the wall. It's the next day. We've made it to the last step of this reset, and you guys, I'm feeling so much better. I may not look it. You guys might be like, what the heck is going on? It is dark out. I've been here at my desk all day doing accounting and personal finance stuff. Just like my whole day has been at the computer looking at spreadsheets and bank accounts and QuickBooks and all of that. Not gonna lie, I do love a day like this because it feels just like so clean and like scrubby. It took me extra time this month because I have been slacking on just like staying up to date with my budgeting. November went by in a flash. I don't know if anyone else feels that way. And in these videos, I know I focus solely on the personal, but I just have to say, if you guys have been around, then you might remember that anything to do with like accounting, keeping track of my taxes, business, personal, I would look at that like once a year and it was like horrible and it would cause me so much panic. I've gotten so much better at staying up to date, but I have been slipping the past couple months, especially as it relates to the business. So today I sat down, I got it all done, and I can't think of a better way to ring in December than with the accounting like up to date. So anyways, we're gonna talk about personal today. I wanna try and make it quick because I know this video has been quite long, but I hope you guys are enjoying it. I hope you like the kind of more all around reset. I am definitely feeling amazing. However, I am ready to like go get off this chair basically and like move my butt because yeah, I put on this sweatsuit first thing in the morning and I was like, I'm gonna get changed. I'm gonna put on a proper outfit. Like I'm gonna take a shower, wash my hair. And I just been here all day. So I'm excited to get up after this. I'm gonna go take a nice walk and then an everything shower, and it will be so well deserved because I will be fully reset. And if you guys are watching and resetting along with me, then I hope you feel the same satisfaction. So let's dive in. We're going to go visit November's tab. And I'm just gonna run through this really quick because I mean, it's pretty much the same every single month. There are two areas that I felt like were sort of interesting to talk about. The first was my income. It was a little higher this month, which I am so grateful for, because you guys can see my spending was very, very, very high this month. I had a lot of expected and unexpected expenses. I put in a lot of extra work in October and then also November, depending on the job, depending on like the contractor, let's say, I will either get paid right away. So there's one Pilates place that I work for where I teach a class, I get paid like within the same week. Other studios will pay me one lump payment the following month. And then for copywriting, I will do all the work in October, send an invoice at the beginning of November, and get paid mid-November. So a little bit of this, actually 437, is for work that was done in November and I got paid for right away. All of the rest of this was work done in October. This line here, the dividend, that is from my company. So I pay myself like a fixed salary just once a month. I give myself $2,000. So I'm very happy with my income for the month. And like I said, I'm grateful for it because it's gonna help me cover some of the extra spending that I did. And then also you guys can see on the side here, I did leave myself little notes. Some of this overspending is going to be covered by my sinking funds. So my savings, which is my own money. It's money that I worked for and put aside, and I'm grateful for it in moments like this. So let's just run through everything very, very quickly. First up, my jaw was on the floor when I input everything and saw my total grocery spending. I think this is the highest I've ever spent on groceries in a single month, $685. I do know where a lot of this came from. There were two really big purchases. One was I stocked up on coffee beans, which cost $150, and that's gonna last like a few months. Mine and JS's favorite coffee beans of the moment are from DeMello, which is a Toronto roaster. So we just order like these big bags, and yeah, it's more value that way, but it's more money up front. And then another thing that I ordered this month is a big farm to fork order. So that is higher quality frozen meat. Coming tomorrow, and I spent almost $200 on that. So that plus just like my regular grocery spend is how I landed a little bit over, but that is okay. Originally, I actually budgeted around $400, and I passed some money from categories where I was under. I passed my overage over to groceries to help cover, but I still landed $165 over budget on groceries. So very interesting. Dining out was actually pretty low, which makes sense given the overage on groceries. Ended up spending about just under $200. Coffee is now looped in with dining out. For Maggie, another lower month actually, $137. For the home, this is another category. I went crazy on home stuff. I feel like it's just the season, and there were like little projects and stuff and things calling my name. And what did I spend? I can't, the glare of the light. $284. So that's quite high. This was another category where I passed some stuff. So I passed myself $80 from treat yourself, $30 from transportation, and $50 from gifts. So I gave myself quite a bit of extra money, but still landed $75 over. Personal care, I spent about $50, $17 over. For treat yourself, I mean, we could consider some of the stuff I bought for the home as treat yourself. I'm just categorizing it differently. Gifts, nothing. For transportation, one two-way pass on the metro, not a big deal. I spent about $50 on books. I bought 2 books, and that was that. I very rarely buy new books, so I'm not mad about this. $100 on gas, $100 to go to acupuncture, $43 on parking. That's actually quite a bit on parking, but it also makes sense now that it's winter time. I take my car more frequently, and sometimes you just gotta pay for parking. In Montreal, they have really expanded like where you have to pay for parking, and they've increased the rates. So you just gotta be ready to open your wallet if you're gonna use your car. So $43, which I find is quite high, but whatever. Now you guys will see there is a big red expense here, $400. I told you guys at the beginning of the video that I signed up for ballet classes, and it was like a completely impulsive thing to sign up for, like so impulsive, but I'm so happy. And I just took this from, I have like a health and wellness sinking fund. So I took the $400 from there. So I'm really happy that I was covered. When I was being impulsive, I knew I had some money in savings, and that is something that I'm actually really proud of myself for. I used to put money into savings and be like, don't touch it. There is no reason to touch this. There is nothing good enough or worthy enough to warrant taking from my savings. It's like I just wanted to squirrel the money away and like never touch it. But I'm trying to see my savings as really a vessel for spending on myself and investing in myself when it really like matters or when I really want something. I don't take from my investments. My investments, I don't touch. But if I am consciously putting money into my savings, especially for a specific purpose, like this money was put there for health and wellness. So that could be more acupuncture, that could be massage, physio, but it could also be Pilates classes, spin classes. Like it's literally my money and it's for whatever I want. And I wanted ballet classes and I'm so excited. So that was that. The next category is car stuff. It cost $200 to change my winter tires and also get them stored again. I changed garages. I actually used to keep my tires in Ottawa, and the new place is a little bit more expensive. So that's why it was over budget, but I do have a car sinking fund. For the longest time, there was no money in that car sinking fund because I just find saving up for the car, it's like so boring. Like I hate spending on the car, but having a car does equal spending. Anyways, I forgot that there was money in that sinking fund, and when I went to check, there was like $500 in there. So I was like, thank you. So my tires were covered. That is great. Nothing on sewing. I spent $60 related to clothing. This was actually for dry cleaning, and I booked an appointment at like a styling place because I have an event actually tonight as I'm filming this. I didn't want to buy a new outfit, so I decided to rent one. And I had to pay $30 for like the styling appointment and then money on top of that for the outfit. But since the event is for work, I'm categorizing like the actual rental of the piece of clothing as a work expense because I wouldn't be leaving my house if it wasn't for work stuff. So there you go. And then the last thing here is Christmas. This amount is actually the Nutcracker tickets. So I'm putting that in my Christmas budget. What I'm not sure, we're gonna talk about Christmas next, is actually it's not. So I spent this, it is what it is. I wasn't planning on buying any Christmas gifts yet in November. This $300 is gonna be in addition to the gifts budget and the Christmas budget that we're gonna talk about in a few seconds. So that is all of my spending. I just wanted to fly through it. It did come out $1,000 over anticipated, which is quite high. However, because of the extra income that I earned, I was still able to put a little bit of money aside for saving and investing. So I did $500 towards my TFSA investment, and then I did $250 towards Christmas gifts. So that is what November looked like real quick. We can move over into December. I thought we would run through what I'm planning on spending in December, and then we can talk about Christmas spending as well. Before we do that, actually, I want to jump back over to my income. So we can see here my predicted income is quite a bit lower, almost $1,000 lower than last month. In November, I barely did any copywriting, so that was a big differentiator. And I also stopped working at one of the Pilates studios. So I'm not like consistently on the schedule anymore, and I just needed a little break. So I didn't sub any classes. So that does take my income down a little bit. That being said, I have been working so hard on my YouTube side of things this past month and just like the social media side of things. So that whole business has been a little bit more lucrative for me, which is amazing. But I try and just keep the payments that I send to myself consistent so that it's not like, oh my gosh, I made like an extra $1,000 and then I'm tempted to spend it. I'd really try and keep my payments to myself consistent. That being said, if I'm not able to cover everything, I will take a little bit extra in December from the business to myself, because my time, like I only have so many hours in a day and in a month that I can work. If I took that time away from copywriting and put it towards the business, then I think it's only fair that I pay myself a little bit more. Anyways, that's a little bit of like the behind the scenes, but I do want to say, when I was setting up the budget tracker earlier today and I was looking at my predicted income for December, I sometimes forget about the social media side of things, because this is really the budget. Like this personal budget is really the budget that I try and work with, and I really try and keep the business finances separate. So I looked at this and I kind of panicked a little bit because I was like, oof, that's quite a bit lower. Oh my gosh, only like less than $400 from copywriting. That's so much lower. Oh, there's not that studio income anymore. But then I had to check myself and be like, Zoe, you've been working so hard on YouTube and on Instagram, and I've been so fortunate to get more brand deals lately. Like literally this video is sponsored. I think what I'm trying to say is that it's still very surreal to me, even though, you know, I've been doing this for a while. The opportunity to earn money and to work with brands, and it just blows my mind, and I'm so incredibly thankful. And it's such an amazing way to wrap up the year, because making these videos, especially videos like this, like these reset videos where I feel like I am hopefully inspiring you to be better, do better with your finances, and just improve your life. To make an income from that is such a blessing, and I'm so thankful. And it's very surreal. It's like, it's so crazy. So anyway, I just wanted to throw that in there as a word of thanks, because yeah, you guys watching, you are what make it possible. So thank you guys. Okay, so that's that on income. Looking at what I'm planning on spending, it is quite high. Like if you look at this and you look at that, you're like, girl, you're going broke this month, especially too with like the bill payments. I just breezed over that because they're the same every month. So that is again where the savings come in, because $1,000 of this $3,000 is for Christmas. So let's just run through it quickly. I increased the grocery budget a little bit because I'm planning like more cooking, more time at home. Dining out, I also increased because it's this time of year, like friends, we want to get together, we want to go out. So I'm just trying to prepare for that. I bumped up Maggie's budget a little bit as well. She's probably going to need new food, and she's definitely with the dining out, especially if JS and I are going out as a couple, then it also comes with having to get her watched. So yeah, bumped up her budget a little bit, bumped up the home budget $150. I'm really curious what this is going to turn out at, because as you guys saw, I spent so much in November. It's like, what is left to buy or do in December? So we'll see. Personal care, there shouldn't be much. I did $40, $50 for treat yourself. Gifts, nothing, because everything will go into the Christmas budget. $20 for transportation. I did $200 for gas because I'm anticipating going back and forth at least once, but probably more than that, from Ottawa this month. Health and wellness, $200. Probably 1 or 2 acupuncture plus or minus a massage, like 2 services out of those 2 things. Parking, $25. Workouts, nothing. I just want to use up what I have, work out from home. Car stuff, hopefully nothing. Sewing, nothing. Clothing, nothing. I don't think I really need anything. And then Christmas, $1,000, and vacation, $500. So this last line here, $1,500, which is pretty much half of the overall budget, this is coming from sinking funds. So I am budgeting $1,000 for Christmas. I feel like I don't have that much to say about Christmas budgeting. I made a full video about like not going broke and just my mentality on buying gifts and going into debt and all of that stuff. So you guys already know how I feel. I think $1,000 is very reasonable. I forget what I spent last year. I know last year I spent quite a bit on JS, but I think some of the gifts that I got from my sister were like gifted to me from Garage. So this year, JS and I are not really doing gifts because we're getting married next year, and we're like, let's just put all of our money towards that and towards our honeymoon. But I do like to spoil my sister, so no brands have reached out and want to send me stuff yet. So I'll be spending on my sister. I have friends that I want to buy for, and what I like to do when it comes to budgeting, especially for something like gifts, it's like, what is an overall number that I will feel satisfied and comfortable with, plus what do I actually have in my bank account? That is very important. I have just over $1,000 in savings between cash and like digital online banking savings that I'm comfortable spending for Christmas. And I think that's a very reasonable number. I think for the people that I'm buying for, I can get nice things with that amount of money. That being said, I'm gonna track everything. So throughout December, I'll be able to share with you guys how it's going. I would also like to do a little bit of giving back in that. So last year I went like toy shopping and was able to do like just little gifts for kids whose families maybe can't afford to buy them gifts. And that was really fun. I honestly rather do that than like buy a bunch of nothing gifts that like my friends don't really need. So I don't know. I don't have like a strategic plan. I kind of wanted to by the time I sat down and filmed this video, but I don't. And within my family, I don't even know, like, guys, Christmas is so complicated in my family. It's like, I can't even talk about it. Like trying to please everyone and figure out who to go for, and then mixing that in with JS's family. And if you have divorced or separated parents, and if you have a partner with divorced, separated parents, it is insane. It's literally that movie, Four Christmases, which I've never seen, but I relate to the title. So who I'm buying gifts for, I don't know, but I'm gonna try and keep it within $1,000. All of that to say. So you guys, that is a wrap on the money stuff. That's a wrap on this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna go for my walk and then get out of my sweats, even though it's nighttime. But like I said, I gotta go out tonight. I'm leaving the house. Lots of videos in store for December as we speak. I think I'm gonna be doing Vlogmas, but I'm not 100% sure. Haven't decided yet. But anyway, you guys, I will see you very soon. Thank you for watching. Thank you, HelloFresh, for sponsoring, and goodbye. Happy December. Oh my God. I never know how to end these videos. It's like, okay, bye.